Next we are going to see how you are going to face a face to face interview, that is a general interview. We just saw how you face a telephonic interview. Now we are going to see how to prepare first and how to go about it. See, telephonic interview is just a little easy because anytime they may call and any dress you wear, it does not matter. But for a general interview, which many of you may have to go, your appearance, your gestures, your mannerisms, your body language, everything makes a very great impact on the interviewer. So, you have to be very, very careful. Okay, shall we see preparing for a general interview? Attending interviews is a very normal activity for most job seekers, but it calls for a great deal of preparation. Now, I am going to give you a checklist as to how to face an interview. Okay? So, this is general interview. So, checklist. Now, let us see what are the things very, very important. Organize all necessary documents and testimonials. You have to keep everything in a file. Sometimes you go there and then they will ask for some document, you will have to search for it, all that will speak very badly about you. So, you have to organize. Please take down all these points, okay? Very, very important. Organize all necessary documents and testimonials. Okay, second point, find out the exact location of the office along with the time and date of the interview. Exact location, because last minute you can't be running around searching for the company or the office, you have to go for interview. Along with the time and date. You have to, if you are attending an interview, you have to have a planner in your at home where you write down all your activities, the plan for the month or the week, everything should be written there, and this time interview at this place. Now, finding the exact location, it is very easy these days. You can put on your GPS and in your mobile phone and you can track the way. It is easy, but at times even your GPS may give you a wrong direction, that is in case the road which is under construction or which is under renovation, if that does not go, then you will have to take a roundabout route and go. So, you have to be very careful. So, it is better you do a recce. Recce means go and find out where the exact location is the previous day itself, before the day of your interview. Okay. Third point, wear formal neat attire. You can be anyhow way dressed for your telephone interview, but here you have to be definitely in your neat formal attire. You can't be wearing jeans and a t-shirt for your interview. You have to be neatly dressed, neatly ironed clothes, and don't wear any flowered or flowery dresses. Have a nice plain neat shirt or a sari neatly pinned up if you are wearing a sari, and formal attire, and don't wear a Kanchipuram sari, ladies. So you should, it's always good to wear a cotton sari and go. Okay, so dress matters a lot. Wear formal neat attire. Attire means dress. Fourth point, at the office be polite and patient, not nervous or irritable. Okay, first you walk in with confidence. Okay, walk in with confidence. This that is why many people attend personality development course and all. How to maintain a very confident profile. Okay, you should always look very confident. Even if you are scared within, don't ever show it out. Just keep a very bold, confident countenance and face anybody. Like, don't say, yes sir, I don't know, yes sir, I will. All this will give a very bad impression. So you should have a very confident profile. Okay, you should personality. Walk in with confidence, be polite, patient, and cheerful. Do not get irritated, or even if they irritate you. Sometimes the interviewers ask all silly questions and they irritate a person. Do not get irritated. Okay, be calm and answer. Okay, next point. You have to wish all the members of the interview panel collectively. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, in case there are ladies and gentlemen. In case there are only gentlemen, good morning, gentlemen. Okay. Wish all the members of the panel collectively. If there are 4 people, do not say good morning sir, good morning sir, good morning sir. You should just say good morning gentlemen collectively. Okay. Good morning, gentlemen. Okay. Before which you should be we should check whether we are thorough with the subject. Okay. Be thorough with the subject of your specialization. Next point, you should also be sure of the nature of the job. Without even knowing what kind of a job you are going into, you should not have walked in for an interview. Be sure of the nature of the job beforehand. Okay. Be careful. Okay. Talk about your work experience, if any. If you have only. If you don't have, just tell them that this is the first time you are applying for a job. Okay. Do not lie. Simply don't lie that you have already worked somewhere. Okay. You also have to be, if you have not heard the question, politely ask the interviewer to repeat it. Like in case they ask you a question and you haven't heard, you just say, pardon me, I beg your pardon, could you please repeat the answer? You can ask them. Okay. So, you have to be alert and listen carefully to the questions, and if you haven't heard the question properly, you can just request them, I beg your pardon, or could you please repeat the answer, I mean the question, you can ask them. Okay. And I will just make a note of it. Be polite and ask them to repeat if you haven't got the question correctly. How should you ask? Could you please repeat the question? Okay, the next point is, place the file you are carrying on the table and your palms should rest lightly on the knees. Do not keep your hand on the table where the manager or the interviewer is seated. You should always place your hand on your knees, but your file alone should be on the table. And your hands should rest on your knees. Okay. So, you should place a file on the table, but your hands should always rest on your knees. Be aware of your strengths. What do you mean by strengths? Strength is whatever you are good at. Okay. What is your strength? If they ask, like, I am good at this, I am good at assessing people, I am good at teamwork, all this you can say. So, be aware of your strengths. And weaknesses. And what else? Unusual questions will be asked sometimes. So, if you do not know the answer, always feel free to say no if you do not know. Okay, that I need not write, you should know. Be aware of your strengths and weaknesses. Do not underestimate yourself. Okay. You should also speak good about yourself, but do not speak overly good which you are not good at, just accept. Okay. Do not underestimate yourself. And use simple language always. Okay. Use simple language. But grammatically correct it should be. It should be grammatically correct. And you should always incorporate means make use of. The following magical words. In an interview and resume. Okay. Whenever you go for an interview, the following words that I am going to give you, please use those because that will impress your interviewer. These are the magical words and they are teamwork, next one motivation, next cost cutting, and the next one increased sales or profits. Okay. And next one innovative solutions. And the last one organization. Okay. So, in an interview, when you speak to the interviewer or before which your resume also, use these following words, magical words that will impress your interviewer. You can use these words in your resume as well as you can speak about these words to the interviewer when they ask you questions. Okay. So, I will just read out the 12 checklists that you have to bear in mind. Let us see. First, organize all necessary documents and testimonials before you go. Even before 2 days itself, keep everything ready. Find out the exact location of the office along with the time and date of the interview. So, you have to find the route and also make a big note of the time and date of and the place. You write and paste it where you often see, maybe in your bedroom or the room where you often use, you can post it there. Wear formal neat attire. Okay. So, neat, dress you should wear. Okay. Walk in with confidence. When you enter itself, walk in with confidence. Be polite, patient and cheerful. Just keep a smiling face. Even in a telephone conversation, I told you to keep smiling. Here also I have said cheerful. Wish all the members of the panel collectively. In general, you just say, good morning, gentlemen. Or if there is a lady present there, good morning, gentlemen and ladies. Be thorough with the subject of your specialization. When you enter in for an interview, whatever you are good at, whether it is your computer science or you are an engineer, civil engineer or an interior decorator, whatever your subject is, you have to be thorough with your subject. Be sure of the nature of the job beforehand. Now, what portfolio, what is the job that you are going to take up? So, you have to be sure of it, you have to be thorough with your job. Talk about your work experience if any, like if at all you have any experience in any other firm, talk about it to your interviewer. Be polite and ask them to repeat if you haven't got the question correctly. In case you haven't heard, you should always listen carefully, be very attentive. In case you haven't heard the question correctly, ask them to repeat politely. Like how would you ask? I beg your pardon, would you please repeat the question? Place the file on the table and your hand should rest on your knees. Be aware of the strengths and weaknesses. Whatever you are good at and whatever you are bad at, you should know, you should analyze your personality first. And don't underestimate yourself also, that is, you should not put down, you should not have a low estimation of yourself. Use simple language always. You need not be pompous and use flowery languages to impress the examiner. Use simple but grammatically correct language. Okay? And always incorporate the following magical words in an interview and resume: teamwork, motivation, cost cutting, increased sales and profit, innovative solutions and organization. So, all these will make you a very successful candidate. We are now going to see a different kind of an interview. This is not for a job, but a superior officer wants to interview a student for a scholarship. Okay, he wants to check whether the student really deserves a scholarship. So, we are going to see the situation now. Anand is a student of physics studying at Presidency College in Chennai. He is interviewed by an officer from a charitable organization for a scholarship. Okay. So, there are a lot of scholarships which the government gives or even the charitable organization gives, but they will first interview the student whether he is capable or whether he is really acceptable for that particular scholarship. Okay, so now let us see this dialogue, or it is an interview between Anand and the officer. Anand has been called into the office and he says, Anand, good morning sir. And officer. Good morning, Anand, or hello Anand, good morning. So, he first wishes, he enters in and wishes, and the officer wishes Anand. Be seated. So, he is asking him to sit down. Next, first Anand thanks the thank you sir. He sits. And then the officer. Anand, please tell me something about your present studies. Please tell me, or please enlighten me, he can say. Please tell me more about your present studies. And Anand replies to it, I am a first year student of MSc Physics of MSc Physics at Presidency College. In Chennai. I was indeed a successful student. You can even say successful or a remarkable student. Remarkable, why they say is he's got very good marks in all the exams. And the officer says, tell me more about your parents. And Anand, why do they give a scholarship when the parents are not able to support a student for the tuition fees or for the examination fees or for the full fees for the term? That's when the social organizations, they give them scholarship. That's why they want to know about the parents. And immediately Anand replies, my father works in an agricultural farm. My mother works in a school canteen. For which the officer asks him a question. Well, how much of financial help do you expect from a charity? And Anand replies, I'll be grateful to you, sir, if I could get the course fee reimbursed. If I could get reimbursed. Oh, I see. We'll try to help you. See, even college education is very, very expensive. So, unless parents support, if we don't get, we'll have to depend on someone. So, oh well. So, now this charitable organization, they are pleased with Anand's background. So, they are willing to help. We shall help you with it. It stands for the course fee. Thank you very much, sir. I'm greatly obliged. Okay. So, if you see this interview, this is a general interview, a part of a general interview. A person, that is an officer from a charitable institution, he is interviewing a student as to whether he is efficient enough or capable of getting their fund. Okay. They would have collected some money and they are going to give that money to a deserving person, and that is why they are interviewing Anand. Anand enters the room. Good morning, sir. Officer says, hello Anand, good morning, be seated. Anand says, thank you sir, and he sits. Officer, Anand, please tell me more about your present studies. Anand, I am a first year student of MSc Physics at Presidency College in Chennai. I was indeed a remarkable student. Officer says, tell me more about your parents. For which Anand replies, my father works in an agricultural farm. My mother works in a school canteen. My father works in an agricultural farm and my mother works in a school canteen. Maybe this Sattunavu place, Kudam and all, she may be working. Well, how much of financial help do you expect from our charity or this charitable organization? Anand says, I will be grateful to you, sir, if I could get the course fee reimbursed. That is, he has already somehow paid, he has borrowed money and paid. If they reimburse, what does that mean? If they give the money to take it out, okay. Sometimes reimbursement means you pay for medicines in a hospital and somebody else reimburses, that is they pay exactly that amount instead of the money that you paid. So, he wants it to be reimbursed. Officer says, oh well, we shall help you with it. And Anand thanks the officer, thank you very much sir, I am greatly obliged. Okay. So, there ends the interview.